What is an AR-15? The purpose of this presentation is to answer 3 questions concerning the weapon system known as an AR-15. First, what is an AR-15? Second, what are the main components that make up an AR-15? And third, what is the rifle actually used for? Many people think that an AR-15 stands for Assault Rifle 15. This is incorrect. The AR-15 stands for Armalite Model 15. Armalite was the company that originally manufactured and designed the AR-15 weapon system. They later sold the rights to a different company called Colt. AR-15s are comparable to M4s and M16s. They are different. They all are chambered in the same 5.56-223 round. The difference being an M4 is much smaller, the M16 is a little bit larger, and the AR-15 is a hybrid between the two. As you can see, the M4 and the M16 and AR-15 all share a lot of common similarities. The difference being, as I said, M4 is smaller, M16 is larger, and AR-15 is much more customizable, and it's a hybrid between the two. You can tell they all look quite alike. The main components of an AR-15 are the following. I happen to have mine right here. We have the lower receiver, which makes up this portion here. The upper receiver, which connects to the lower receiver, goes all the way up to the barrel, which is this piece. What covers the barrel are the rails, where you can attach many different attachments, foregrips, sights, sling attachments. There's a lot of different things you can attach to the rails. And then underneath the rails, you're not going to be able to see it, but there's a gas tube. Okay. On this end we have the stock, and we have the buffer tube, which contains a buffer weight and a spring. Inside the lower receiver, we have the bolt carrier group. The bolt carrier group is the engine, basically, or the guts of the weapon system. How the gun works is, once it's fired, the bullet travels through the barrel and out. The gases are caught into the gas tube and diverted back to the bolt carrier group here. The bolt carrier group is then pushed by the gases to go back into the buffer tube. It hits the spring contracts and then retracts. When it contracts, it reduces recoil for the user, which is a big plus, so it helps you stay on target. As the spring retracts, it pushes the bolt carrier group back to the lower receiver and consequently grabs another round from the mag well. So it can be fired and the whole process repeats until the weapon is out of ammunition. The uses of the AR-15 are many. It can be used long range, medium range, and short range. It's used both by our military and our special forces. Many citizens also, gun enthusiasts such as myself, like to collect and have them. The military prefers this weapon system over other assault rifle systems because of the long-range accuracy. AK-47s have a much larger round, but are only accurate up to about 200 yards. The AR-15 is accurate to about 600 yards. So our soldiers are much more accurate at a longer distance, which keeps them more safe when getting in firefights with the enemy using AK-47s. The actual gun is chambered in a 5.56 by 45 millimeter NATO round. I have one here. Okay, and it's about the same size as a battery, maybe a little bit longer. The difference between this and other rounds is that the actual round itself here is very small. It's about the same size as a .22. All this here is gunpowder though, so it's coming at a very, very high velocity. It's designed to yaw when it hits the body, which causes a big hydrostatic shock. That is very devastating to organs in the body, and it's also designed to shrapnel on impact. increasing the chance of a fatal blow. In conclusion, the gun, AR-15, the weapon system, is very preferable to both military, special forces, and gun enthusiasts because of its customizability and its high performance both at long, medium, and short ranges. It's available to citizens. They can purchase them so long as it's not an automatic. The automatic weapon systems can only be sold to our military and special forces. Are there any questions?